Yo, welcome back. What's up, bros? Hope you have been having a legendary day. We are back again with another CPM1 video, and this one has been highly requested. Graphic settings and potentially lag fix depending on how well it works for your device. And don't you worry, I got you. I got devices all the way from low end to the PC that we got here to the high end. So I'm gonna show you guys everything low end, the mid-range phone, and the maxed out everything with my ambient settings, the sun, even the fog, how I set the fog up to match the desert sky and everything just sits right in the background. So I'm gonna show you guys all of that. But first, shout outs. Can't forget that. So shout out to all of you guys that always drop in early. Earliest gets the most shout outs. So if you start watching a video early and you drop that shout out comment and you watch it through, you're gonna get picked out. So shout out to these guys. I appreciate the support. And if you wanna show up in a future one, just come and shout out down below. Maybe you with your favorite car or something, or your favorite part of the video, or what video you like to see me make. Yeah, drop that down below. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to get the best graphics potentially for your device. And here we got a Chrome. Man, I hate seeing Chromes like bright like these. I hate it because I got my bloom on. I only like the regular headlights and like the brakes. You see how those look normal? And on my R8 as well, that's what I like to see. But yeah, that aside, let's dive right in. I'm gonna start from the low end devices and then I'm gonna head up to the PC level, and gaming phones. So yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so we are now on the low end device, and this one, it has like 4 gigs of RAM. It's an old Samsung, one of the old A series that I had from like 2019. It's the second phone I bought since I started the channel, so it's from way back and it's been still holding up. I only keep it to like store cards on a burner account for CPM, but otherwise I haven't used it. So I think it's the perfect fit for the low end graphics settings that can still have your game looking good and running good. Alright, so we are here on the mid-range device now. This one's a Samsung Note 20 Ultra, 8 gigs of RAM. It used to be a powerhouse back in the days, but with how many updates games have now, especially CPM, I think it's fell back in the mid-range because it's not keeping up anymore with the modern phones that can fully push it. But it is decent. It is decent for mid-range right now, so that's why I'm using it for this example. So let's hop in and see what we can change over the low-end device that we just looked at. I'm gonna head to City 2 for this one. Because City 2 is more optimized than City 1 right now, which is crazy. But yeah, let's head there. Alright, so we just spawned in and I'm gonna do a similar thing that I did on the low end, but this time we can put the graphics at good this time. So we have some extra quality going on. Your resolution can be up to about 90 here. Render distance, you can max that, but you can keep the prop distance low again because the prop distance really be killing FPS. Car details can be the same. You can keep this one locked at 60. I'm gonna turn VFX off. I'm gonna still turn these off, to be honest. Bloom, you can probably use bloom, especially if you got the custom GG headlights that shine more than usual. So you can use it there, just like that. And color correction, we're gonna turn off the filter again. We don't need anything too shiny. I'm gonna keep the regular reflection going on. Effects for the sky, we can go with the evening again. Yeah, we can go with the evening. Other stuff, let me turn these other stuff off. Traffic off. As long as we don't need it, we're gonna turn it off. And then the atmosphere, reset, go back in, change color, the sun white again. Similar story on the low end. Yeah, we can drop it down to hide the missing shadows. You can turn up the ambience to make it a little brighter, give you that evening type of look. And we gonna save that, and see it's already starting to look good. Now you can add the anti-aliasing to smooth out the edges, make it look more smooth, not as jaggedy as the low end device. If your phone is strong enough, you can add the ambient occlusion as well and motion blur if it can handle it. If not, you can turn those off. You can turn motion blur off and the rest of those if you don't need it. But if you're recording and you want it to look clean, all of that with the smooth motion blur, then you can do that. I'm gonna use my tilt since that's what I use. And what else? The color correction, fog. Yeah, I forgot about the fog. What color should we put it at? Should we put it at should we try that? That looks kind of clean. You could like a purplish kind of look, or should we stick to white or a bluish one? You're gonna stick to the regular white fog, and we just drop that there and see how it looks now. And so that's how it is now on the, let me see the FPS, show FPS. FPS is sitting at the 30s, so yeah, you still managed to keep 30 FPS on your mid-range device. And because I am recording as well, with the screen resolution being turned up a bit, that's why it's that low. But if you're not screen recording, it should be running better. But there you go, it looks clean. You can turn your light on, you get a nice evening look with the motion blur and all of that. And if you turn all of those off, you should be getting better results. So it should be, yeah, there it is. It's a lot smoother now. Now it's up in the 40s, so you just gained 10 FPS on top of that. So that is the mid-range right now. Similar to the low-range device settings, but we just cranked it up a bit more. Now we can head on over on the emulator for them high-end devices. Let's go. Alright, so now we are on the emulator, and this is basically the same level as having those gaming phones and all of that. They got the same, they can push the same level of performance or the CPM. I think even the gaming phones would be better than my PC emulator just because of optimization and compatibility. CPM was built for phones to begin with, so it's gonna run easier on that architecture that the phones have. But yeah, let me show you guys the big boy settings. So we're gonna hit the desert real quick. So it is a very similar story to the previous settings. I use basically the same atmosphere, fog, and all of that. The only big difference is now we got everything cranked up except FPS because I'm on the PC. I don't really use the 120 and 60s just fine. But if your device supports 120 and you have a beast of a device, then go for it, man. But yeah, everything else maxed, VFX on, all of that. I'm showing mirrors. Everything else is very similar though than before. You can put traffic on and pedestrians on if you're filming some scenes that you like and you want them in it. And yeah, you got everything maxed out in your software editor now. To get the glowy effect and all of that, you can use like CapCut, InShot, Premiere Pro, whatever you use, man. You can add your extra effects to boost that cleanness, add sharpness to it, like how you see in my video right now. That is edited too, like the extra bloom that makes it look glossy, and the extra sharpness that makes the textures look sharp. You just drop that in your video editor, you're gonna have something looking clean. I got my shadows on and everything, so you can go to daytime, nighttime, however you want it. Everything is just extra juiced up on the higher end devices, and you can take advantage of that in video editors. So yeah, very similar settings, nothing much changed. Choose your reflection how you want it, all of that stuff, very similar to the previous one. So yeah, let me know how these graphic settings work out for you, and if from low end to any one of them, how well you like it. This is the tutorial for all of those. Let me know which other tutorials you'd like me to make. As always, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe.